I tell you one of the biggest lies in business? People say if your business is profitable, everything else will take care of itself. And I really wish that were true, because if it were, I wouldn't have watched so many hardworking business owners lose sleep over money while running businesses that were actually making a profit. Think about that for a second. You're busy, okay? The phone keeps ringing, customers are buying. Your accountant tells you, congratulations, you had a profitable year. So why are you still stressed? Why does payroll make your stomach drop? Why does one unexpected repair suddenly feel like an emergency? Why are you refreshing your banking app, hoping that that one customer finally paid their invoice? Here's the part that makes people feel like they're doing something wrong. From the outside, everyone thinks your business is thriving, but behind the scenes, you're wondering, where is all the money? And if you've ever felt that way, I want you to know something. It doesn't automatically mean that you're bad with money. It doesn't automatically mean your business is failing, and it definitely doesn't mean that you're the only one. In fact, this is one of the most common conversations I have with business owners. Today, I want to show you what's actually happening. Because once you understand it, you'll never look at your business the same way again. So let me paint you a picture, okay? You owned your business for years. You've worked weekends, you've missed family dinners, you've taken every job that came your way because that's what it took to build something you could be proud of. Some years were really good and some were really hard, but you kept going, okay? Then one Tuesday morning, the phone rings. It's the call you've been hoping for. $100,000 project. You hang up the phone, and for just a minute, everything feels worth it. You call your spouse. Maybe you tell your employees. You're so excited. This feels like proof that all of those hard years are finally paying off. But then Monday shows up, okay? Materials needed ordered. Payroll is Friday. The fuel bill comes in. Insurance gets drafted. Your work truck decides that this would be the perfect week to need repairs. Because apparently, work trucks have a really twisted sense of humor. Money starts leaving your account and fast, but your customer, they're on 60-day payment terms. So every morning, you open your banking app, same routine and same hope. Maybe today's the day. Nothing. Tomorrow, still nothing. And now something starts happening in your head. You're not celebrating that big job anymore. You're starting to wonder, shoot, did I make a mistake? Should I have taken this project? Why does it feel like we're going backwards when we finally started to move forward? Here's the part that almost nobody talks about. That feeling doesn't automatically mean your business is failing. It doesn't mean you made a bad decision, and sometimes that's exactly what growth feels like. In fact, one of the strangest things about owning a business is that growing can actually make you feel broker before it makes you feel richer. Think about that, okay? The faster your business grows, the more money more often has to leave before more money comes back in. And that's why you'll sometimes hear about businesses having the biggest sales year ever while the owner is lying awake at night wondering how they're going to make payroll. It sounds impossible, it feels unfair, but once you understand what's actually happening, it all starts making perfect sense. Here's the trap. Every business owner thinks, maybe it's just my industry, and it's really not. Retail owners feel it, contractors feel it, consultants feel it, landscapers feel it, restaurants feel it, and manufacturers feel it. They're all different businesses, but it's the same kind of stress because money has one really annoying habit. It almost never shows up exactly when you need it. Think about it. If you own a retail store, for example, you're buying inventory months before anyone buys it. Your money leaves today while you're hoping it comes back during the holiday season. If you're a consultant, you've already done the work. Your client is thrilled. You send the invoice. Now, you wait. 30 days, 45 days, maybe 60 days. Meanwhile, rent is due, payroll is due, insurance is due. Apparently your bills never got the memo. It's funny how that works. And the point is, this isn't happening because you are bad at running your business. It's happening because money almost never moves through a business in a straight line. It comes in when it comes in, and it goes out when it has to. And those two things very rarely happen on the same day. And this is usually the moment business owners turn on themselves, right? They start thinking, oh, I must not be charging enough. I need more customers. I'm obviously doing something wrong. But can I tell you something? Don't jump to that conclusion too quickly, because sometimes your business doesn't have an income problem. Sometimes it does, but usually no. It's usually a timing problem, and those two are two very different things. And one of the hardest parts about owning a business is that you can be doing almost everything right and still feel like you're failing. Those are two very different things. Once you understand that, you stop making decisions out of panic. You stop assuming every slow week means your business is broken. Instead, you start asking better questions like, when is the money coming in? What bills are coming before then? What can I plan for now instead of reacting to it later? And that shift really changes everything. So there's actually a name for all this, and it's called cash flow. Now don't worry, I'm not about to tell you that you need to hire a CFO or turn into one. Probably not yet anyway. Cash flow is really just understanding one simple thing. When is money coming in and when is money going out? Because believe it or not, those two dates, they rarely line up. And that's where so much of the stress comes from. Most business owners think profit and cash are basically the same thing, and they're absolutely not. Profit answers one question: did my business make money? Cash flow answers another: when will I actually have that money in my bank account? And can I comfortably keep this business running until then? Those are two completely different questions. And once you understand the difference, everything starts to change. Instead of asking, can I afford this? You start asking questions like, can I afford this right now? Instead of hiring because this month looks amazing, you start looking ahead 60 days. Instead of hoping everything works out, you actually start making a plan. And something really interesting happens. You stop reacting and you start leading. Running your business starts feeling a whole lot less stressful. Not because every problem magically disappears, because it doesn't, but because you're finally making decisions based on what you know instead of what you hope. That's confidence. And in my opinion, that's one of the biggest advantages good bookkeeping can give you. And this is exactly why I love what I do. Not because I get to organize numbers. I have to admit though, there's something pretty satisfying about turning financial chaos into clarity. But what I really enjoy is watching business owners breathe again, watching them stop guessing and stop panicking and stop wondering if they're doing something wrong. Because once you understand your numbers, you make different decisions, better decisions. And better decisions have a funny way of building better businesses. So, if you remember one thing from today's video, let it be this. A profitable business can still feel really stressful, but understanding how your money actually moves can change everything for you. You don't have to become an accountant. You just need good information so you can make good decisions. If you found yourself nodding along during this video, you're exactly who I make these videos for. So hit subscribe. Every week, we're going to make running your business just a little less confusing. And if you'd like a little extra help making sense of your own business finances, you'll find me over at baileybookkeeping.com. That's what I do every day. And until next time, keep building something you're proud of.